Hello everybody, welcome. We have something slightly cooler today than the electric lighter we had yesterday. This is a Ghost Hunter binocular goggle kit set. It's basically night vision goggles. I used to think you couldn't get anything night vision short of like paying $1,000 to $3,000, but this comes out in around 300 bucks, depending on if there's a sale or not. It's a first gen, so you're not going to get spectacular results, but it's still really good, and I will include some footage later on in the video. I will edit the video footage to show exactly what it looks like to the human eye, what it looked like to me while I was recording, because the camera shows it a little bit darker than it really is. So I will adjust it to give it pretty much the exact look that I was able to see. So this is what the box looks like when you get it after you purchase it. I've already obviously opened mine, as you can see from the damage. I've used this for a bit now. I just thought I'd show you guys. So you get a pouch for the binoculars or goggles, whatever you want to call them. You get a head mount for the goggles, so you can hands-free operation. Pretty nice, with an optional attachment for a chin guard. And then you get another pouch to have it with this inside, I'm assuming. I've never actually used this, to be honest. And then you get the manual and all the paperwork that comes with it. So let's move this out of the way. Alright, so this is the main item, obviously. Pretty decent feel to them. They're not too heavy, but they work well. Now you're supposed to keep these on anytime you're using it in the daylight or a bright environment such as this. You take them off if you're going to be using them at night. One important thing to point out, adjusting the resolution, you have to adjust it here and here. When I first bought them, I didn't realize that it adjusted on both sides. So it looked really bad and I was disappointed, but then I figured out that these also adjust. Now earlier in the video I mentioned that these were like $300. I was wrong, they're around $400, between $3 and $4, depending on where you get them and if there's a sale or not. These are great for hunters, I think. I think that's primarily what you'd want to use them for, because it gives you way more detail. One thing I will mention, if you're looking somewhere close, you need to adjust it for close visibility, but then when you look far away it gets blurry, so you kind of have to constantly adjust them for different distances. Another thing that I want to point out is it does give a kind of a GoPro effect, a smaller field of view, but a GoPro effect. So that's something that you need to be aware of. It's kind of trippy walking with these at first if you're not used to it. But once you get used to it, it's fine. So, yeah, pretty cool items. I will roll the video I recorded earlier at night of me using these actually right now. Alright, so I took these outside for a test. It's dark. The camera's not picking up as much as I can see, obviously, but it's pretty dark outside, and we're gonna test and see how much we can see through the goggles. Okay, this is looking to the same place I was before with the goggles. This is without the IR light on. You can make out detail. Not super clearly, but pretty well, and it's actually better in real life than you can see in this camera, obviously. Okay, this is the same location but with the IR light on. You can make out all the detail. Now the IR light is visible if you look at the camera, but this is great. I mean, I can't see this with my eyes right now, but looking through these I can clearly see. Now if you change the distance you have to adjust it, and it does look a little warped like a GoPro lens, but still a very cool product. This is what it looks like from a distance, the IR light. Now I will point out that cameras are better at picking up IR light than our eyes are, but it's still visible as a red dot. So this is about what it looks like to the human eye. So with the IR light, everything is very visible, easy to spot. It will give you away your location, but much less than a flashlight would. And you can clearly navigate in the dark. Yeah, as you can see, there's a pretty marked improvement in visibility in low light with these. I think they're worth the cost. I mean, obviously if you can afford one of the better ones, the 2nd gen and the 3rd gen ones, that would be preferable, but this is pretty cool and it works really well. Thank you guys for watching. I'll try to have something for you next week. Thank you for anybody who liked or subscribed or commented. We really appreciate it. Have a great day.